Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have.
Hi, I'm Kez, and I'm playing Beatrice Baxter, the intrepid reporter.
I'm Kaylin. I couldn't change my nickname on time. Fuck. I'm Kaylin. I'm playing Jenna St. George, the 7 foot tall mountain woman guard.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Jed Blackthorn, the Tinkerer.
I'm Mo. I'm playing Zagreus Bay Laurel, the Scrapper.
All right, so welcome, everyone. This is Through the Breach. It is our Malifaux game. It is set in the world of Malifaux from Weird Games. They are an awesome place to hang out, and okay. No, please go away. That just closed everything on me real quick. Awesome.
Oh, no.
I'm back.
Hello, welcome
back. Very cool system. It is alternate history, steampunk, Victorian, eldritch horror, magic, machines, and all of your favorite genres in one place. But before we dive into tonight's adventure, Caitlin, do you have any quick announcements you would like to put out to the group?
PvP. PvP. If you're signed up or signing up or interested in the PvP League, signups close at midnight on Friday so that we have the weekend to parse through and judge all of you. As is our right. If you don't know what the hello, cult. If you don't know what the PvP is, let me know in the chat, and I'll tell you all about it. If you do know what it is, fucking great. And let's get ready to fight to the goddamn death. And yes, they said you had them at Eldritch Horror. Yeah, no, Malifaux's the greatest in the world. But PvP is also going to be fun. So
for questions tomorrow evening, tune in. We are going to have a talkback show, and we're going to answer all of your questions there. You can also follow Caitlin on TikTok, where she has answered many of the questions.
And we'll answer many more.
Yes, and sign up closes midnight on this Friday.
Or come to our midnight Eastern time, by the way. I don't know if we're in daylight or standard right now because time is relative. But also in our Discord, in the PvP, if you give yourself the PvP League role when you come into our server, you can go check out our Spring Training But Make It Nerdy channel, which is all about this. And I'm answering all those things and doing everything that I can to get you there. So,
all right.
Let's go.
With that said, let's get into tonight's adventure. As soon as I find.
Also, my character sheet continues to be haunted because I apparently got rid of my PDF reader, and so I can't open the character sheet on this computer to send it to the Google Drive on the other computer. So I'm really quickly just getting an Acrobat DC reader downloaded because Ginny continues to be a little bitch.
Well, isn't that is awful?
I know. I'm sorry. My alcohol will be here soon, and I'll just drink and cry.
All right. Well, in the meantime, let's get into it. So, this is Through the Breach. It is set in the world of Malifaux, a world that is dominated by the opening of the titular something that opened about 110 years prior to our current year, which is 1907, which was opened, and the discovery of soul stones, a mineral which was powered by proximity to death, and those minerals' ability to create and enhance magics, and bring life to constructs, and even dead, has very much changed this world. Now, our heroes are a group of friends that have teamed up to solve a number of mysteries. Most recently, they aided the little orphan girl, as all good Victorian stories require, known as Hazel Green. Now, you guys were looking at... we didn't really have a chance for you to... What is the word I'm looking for? Loot things? Yeah. didn't really have a chance for you guys to loot things at Verdane's lab in the previous adventure. But what I will go ahead and sum up for you guys. So his basement laboratory has a expertise kit, but it is mostly used. So it is not. It's going to be worth 15 script for you guys to split up amongst yourselves. As you guys are going through the inside of Verdane's lair, you do find that there is another entrance that leads up to a street front. In here, you guys make the acquaintance of one of Verdane's experiments, a woman from Three Kingdoms, whose hands have been definitely warped by the experiments of the black Nephilim blood that has been warping her body. And so she is delighted to have Verdane dead and gone. And in and amongst this building upstairs, it is sort of the faux storefront that would normally display teacups and little pottery pieces and things like that. The storefront has been sort of boarded up, and this woman is serving as of maid, housekeeper. As you guys have met and interacted with her, who's about to tell you as soon as I find it. It's she. You do notice that she, there it is, Suika Ryoku. Ryoku. She is pleasant and kind to you guys. She's also wearing a control collar. Some of you may recognize as the kind of control collar the guild would use to limit the magics of their of arcanists or non-licensed spellcasters. It is rigged to explode. So
That would make Zagreus deeply uncomfortable.
as it should.
It would make Ginny really fucking pissed. And she really wants to just get it taken off. Can we do that? Can you? She looks at the magic users because she doesn't understand, and she's like, can you just fucking like tear that thing off? Is it bad? What if I just...
Do not
what if I
try
break it?
I wouldn't touch it.
Do not try to remove it. Do not try to touch it. It will kill her.
It's
Jed,
Right, so we kill the man who made it, right?
yes,
Let's go kill
yes,
them.
sir.
I think he's already dead.
Jed, you have the best chance. It is a lockpicking challenge to remove it from her neck.
I do not have a lick of lockpicking. I
Okay.
have engineering and artificing. Those are my two. I've got
I
two
could,
jobs on this
Can
yeah,
shit.
your
I-
robot lockpick?
I think
Not yet.
an argument could be
Don't
made
do it untrained.
for engineering.
Okay.
Especially because we're just trying to wrap up this last adventure, and you guys
Yeah.
you are not in a time crunch. You have plenty of time to and a number of tools at your disposal to work through this, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna make it an artificing, engineering challenge, and for anybody that has not seen Through the Breach or Malifaux before, it is not a we're not playing. It's not a D&D system. It is a card flipping system. It is very similar. Instead of rolling dice, though, we're going to flip some cards. You can find them actually, literally, to my left and to my right. Are the windows that you're going to see these come up. So the target number for this is a 12, and it requires a tome. So 12 of tomes, but with the 8 of your friends and the No worries. With the aid of your friends and the time that you are afforded and the tools at your disposal in Verdane's lab, I'm gonna give you a plus. We're gonna flip 2 cards, give you the higher of them. Okay. So that is a 10 of rams. Do you have some? Have you drawn 3 cards to cheat in there?
But I've got a 6 to artificing, so that's a
Yeah.
16.
Do you have a tome?
Tomes are crows. Clubs. I do not.
You do not. Okay. So what we're gonna say is that because you had near a margin of success just on the number basis, I'm gonna say that you are able to you're able to remove the collar. Unfortunately, you don't disarm it, but we have that wonderful sort of action scene moment when somebody's like on a landmine and they throw it at the last moment. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
take it off and chuck it, right?
And just at the last minute, like
Yes, and so there is an explosion within the office upstairs. Unfortunately, that is going to destroy what bit of the sets of china and the other material possessions that Verdane had that might have been worth any sort of value. But what you do gain, what you lose in value, you do gain in a dedicated friend. So,
Friends are more valuable than things, okay? I would just like to say that. We didn't lose in value.
friends can be made in more than one way.
yeah, I absolutely agree. Okay, so to wrap up, Suika is she's grateful that you guys have to Verdane, and she is more grateful that she doesn't have that stupid collar on her. Her mutations, however, prevent her from rejoining society, as it were. She plans on slipping off into the quarantine zone, which is it's about actually half the city of Malifaux is broken up into different quarantine zones. They are dangerous. The guild has no presence there. Many of them are occupied either by resurrectionists, the necromancers, that use the magics of Malifaux to raise and control the dead, or by the Nephilim themselves, most likely where the exsanguinated Nephilim that you fought last game came from. And sometimes just, slums and dregs and people outside of the guild's control. That is her plan. Unless you guys can think of a better place for her to go. Zagreus.
Would offer to let her go to Ridley. Would suggest maybe going to Ridley and hanging with my mentor, maybe.
Okay.
But I mean, that's not as safe as slipping into the quarantine zone.
It is still a little dangerous. Yeah, you can try to convince her of that. Let's see.
Simply because there's less of a guild presence in.
There is. Yeah.
But-
She could take her chances in Ridley and in some of the wilds of north of Malifaux City. Let's make if you want to convince her of that instead, we can let's make a convince check. I think it's convince or bewitch. I think it's convince. That.
I don't have either, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Well, convince is based on intellect, as opposed to bewitch being based on charm.
I don't have any of those either.
Okay, well, here you go. Flat flip for you then. A 12 of tomes. That's a very good flip. And is actually, do you have any negatives on this flip?
If it's intellect based, no.
Okay. That is
If it is charm based, yes.
well, no, you can use convince. So 12 is exactly what. So yeah, she will go to Ridley unless you guys have a better idea for her. She's still open to suggestions.
At least in Ridley, we know where she is. Also, if we need to, if we go and say, "Hey, we're rising up against the guild. You want to come? Hey, starting a revolution. You want to come?" Like, we know where she is for when we do become that.
Once we get our pamphlets printed.
When Ginny fucking becomes that rock monster, and she will, that's her ultimate goal. She will go to Ridley. Like, starting a revolution against the guild. You wanna come?
The only ones that showed up was Jed and his robots, and I don't like the robots.
Well, now I have some TikTok audio to do. Thank you so much.
So with Suika sort of put away and taken care of, other individuals that we need to wrap up. Elizabeth is true to her word. She leaves the orphanage, although she is the primary owner caregiver. So you guys are either paying for the orphanage, stay open, closing it down, or gotta hire somebody to go work it.
Oh, hell no. They are the best tiny informants in the city. We learned that. We've made the mistake of ignoring them in the past. Let's keep it open as a small spy mill.
I say the cook is now the headmaster.
I like it.
The cook has no desire to be the headmaster.
Okay, well,
That's fair.
He is the cook. He is happy to be the cook. He's happy with what he makes. He'll take care of the kids as best he can, but as far as like clothing them and making sure they bathe, and that's a lot of work, man.
a little much.
Yeah.
So I want to say if we can look for someone and find someone trustworthy and like budget-wise do that, great. But it feels better than just kind of spy mill. It feels better than just turning them loose to the wilds of Malifaux. We know that December is around somewhere, and we don't want shit happening to these tiny babies.
Okay. I mean,
Agree.
so right now, the options you have to you that I can see are you guys move in there and run an orphanage in your downtimes.
We have enough characters who are not here every week that we could absolutely fucking manage that, though, and then have a base with tiny spies.
You want Suika could potentially take care of them, although convincing the kids that her horns are and her pale purple blue skin and are not freaky is its own issue.
But could we use the justification of, you remember that monster that other headmistress was trying to sell you to? You have a monster of your own to keep you safe. Like, I feel like that would work as to kids. There's monsters under your bed? No, you have a monster mommy. She will protect. What if she's interested? Oh my god, I broke Kez with that. Kez just said, fuck that, and left.
It's the I have an army. Well, we have a Hulk situation.
Yeah.
I have a monster under my bed. I have a monster headmistress.
Head monstrous, if you will.
Fuck. God, you beat me to it. I'm mad.
So
This is
that
the content you're here for, kids.
that is the yeah. So if you want to do that, or if you guys want to move in there, those are kind of your only options. I don't think you know any other NPCs that that are in a position to come and take over, unless Zagreus, his master, wants to return to Malifaux to raise kids for some reason.
Heck no.
I
Madden
didn't
Squad.
suspect so. But,
I'm
so what's it
not
gonna
in,
be, guys?
I'm cool with moving in.
Cool, moving in.
I'm honestly cool moving in.
I've added Schoolbot to the list. So
Yeah. School bot.
Schoolbot, Orphan
Thank
Bot.
God, an audiobook bot, an orphan bot, a nanny bot, also a nanny cam.
Oh, as long as they're not like any bots from Doctor Who. They're
Not that kind of nanny bot. I fucking hope. Cody did this to us on purpose, and these orphans are all going to die now, and it's going to be our fault. I'm calling it.
We leave the orphanage. I don't want another situation what happened on the train, and we get we had that issue getting attached with one NPC and he died in the same episode. You know what? I'm not risking it with a school full of kids.
He died in like the
We
same
go back and
sentence.
the orphanage is on fire. It's like Umbrella Academy.
He
Everybody's
died
just...
immediately for Marcus.
For
Marcus.
Marcus, you know what? We have to move in. It's Marcus Family Orphanage. It's got to live on.
The Marcus Memorial Orphanage.
And so it
The
is
MMO,
renamed.
if you will. The MMO.
There it is.
We train the
We
kids
just
to fight.
we just put a picture of him up at like the top of the grand staircase at the entrance, and the kids don't even know who this person is.
Fancy oil painting.
It's a fancy oil painting of Marcus, and we make them like salute it, and just they're like, "Who is this guy?" And we're like, "He's very important."
The chat is fucking grounded, by the way, for my nightmare episode. Both my favorite and least favorite episodes of Doctor Who ever. 1, terrifying and nightmare fuel. 2, the Doctor's face when everybody lives just this once made me fall the hell in love with that show and Christopher Eccleston. So, you know,
He is my doctor. He's my doctor.
you're grounded.
All right.
May
So,
it be so. The Marcus Memorial Orphanage.
MMO.
it is late winter. You guys are you're gonna be past Christmas before let's go maybe before New Year. I mean, it depends. How quickly are you guys going out to look for work after moving into the orphanage?
I would like to make sure
It was
that
it was like the beginning of December, 1907.
I at least want to make sure that everything there is taken care of, that we're not just like, let's buy all these kids and the home and the food and then we're gone. Like, I'd like to at least make sure that we've stocked the kitchens, but we probably need work quickly so that we can continue affording to do the thing.
So the beginning of the year, you have
Sure.
a very orphan Christmas.
Oh my god, I'm gonna write that one shot right now.
Very orphan Christmas. Oh no.
Okay. Well, there are some Malifaux Christmas episodes that we can do, but we'll do.
Oh,
Oh
fantastic.
no!
So-
You can you fix it? Fuck.
As far as work goes, I think Jed would immediately like go out into the Foundry District and just try to find, I know things now. I can make things. I can repair
Yeah.
things. So
And do remember your basics are covered. That
Yeah.
is not a part of this system. So you guys are going to be working enough to, I will say, without you contributing any money that you earn from your adventuring, the orphanage will remain at its same bare minimum, barely destitute level. You would like the orphanage to be better. It'll take adventuring money, but you won't lose money on it. So that is the orphanage promise.
Well,
I believe.
then I would like very much to volunteer to go fight in one-on-one cage matches and pit fights, please. I would like to go be Sherlock and just get some money with
Well-
Zag, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that Zag
yeah,
and
oh,
Jim's downtime is,
Absolutely.
you all take care of the kids, we're gonna go fight to keep food on the table. Let's go,
Exactly.
small fry. And she just like picks you up and we go. Like,
Sit on your shoulders. We'll go into town.
I could see B just sitting there, being a bid counter. Come on. 2 for 1 on the tall one, 3 for 1 on the small one.
Y'all leaving me in charge of the kids? Some of the kids are taller than me.
so you'll blend right in, be a fucking spy.
But B would definitely want to go buy some extra rounds because pumping shots into Nephilim, yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It is. It is. So this is your opportunity. You guys are going to have about a month of downtime. I'm going to roll all of that into just sort of a flip challenge for everybody,
Okay.
for each of you. So as far as your Your combat wagers, how much are you guys looking to risk?
I have.
I need Matthew here for this. He's the gambler. He's gonna be so
I'm-
mad he missed this.
I'm gonna. When you're confident in something, you bet it all. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put all 12 of my script on every last dollar I have on Ginny.
Oh, thank you. Sure. Amazing. Let's do that then.
Sparky 2.0 is on your shoulders. No pressure.
Push to talk.
I'm just saying, oh God, over and over and over again. Like, it's fine.
Okay. So this will be for all of Jed's script. That's oh wow. All right. Well, let's give me just a moment. Here we go. I hope you don't feel bad.
Sorry, I realized I didn't shuffle before. I was like, what's happening? Oh, okay, that's what.
You're
Hold on.
good. So I'm gonna say.
For
gonna
the
set the
kids,
cha-
please
I'm-
let these cards be good.
I'm gonna set the challenge rating. You can draw 1. It's not. This is downtime. It's not your adventure. Not fated, right? So I'm gonna set the challenge at 9. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Challenge at 9 to win the whole match. Here we go.
Come on.
With pugilism, by the way, I'm punch.
All right. What's your bonus?
Obviously. That bonus is a +5 on pugilism right now. I know off the top of my head.
Great. All right. Here we go.
5 or above.
A 5. So a 5.
Good, because
Go ahead.
the card I drew was a 1.
Oof.
No.
So thank God.
All right. So a 5 and a 5 is a 10. That means with 1 above, we're going to flip for results with a negative. So the way this is going to work is if the lowest number, so from 1 to 5, you get your 12 back plus 6. On a 6 through a 10, you get your 12 back plus 12. And on a 11 or higher, you get your 12 back plus 18. Okay? All right, here we go. Black Joker comes out, unfortunately. So,
That's okay.
minimum gain.
It's still
That's 6 script.
6 more that I didn't have.
Yeah, over the course of the month, Jenny, I'll say that you earn half as much. You earn 3 just for joining and participating. Zag, you wanted to earn a little money. Is this all going to the orphanage?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
So are you guys documenting that? Keep track of the orphanage money for me.
I got it.
Thank
And
you.
I can put down. I believe I have 6 script to bet on myself.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? The hell with it. We'll do it.
I'll match your bet, Zach.
Children.
I have faith on
For
you.
the children, 6 script on
All right.
myself.
Jay, we're gonna go with just 1 bet this month. It's an aggregate of
That's fair.
the whole time.
That's fair.
All right. So here we go. 7 plus your martial arts.
Yes,
grappling.
that is an 11.
An 11. Nicely done. Similar flip for you. Double taking the lower. Okay. So you get your 6 back plus 3. 3 script for the orphanage. Nicely done.
During this time, can I go through the orphanage's books, just kind of try to actually do the accounting correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello?
Yep. Yeah.
Cat.
You there,
Sorry, I
Kaz?
think I froze on you guys. Hello?
Briefly, we hear
Okay.
you. Are you good? All right.
Okay. So I would just want to go through the books. I'd also... Yeah, I can hear you now. I think I just had a lag spike.
Sounds good. What skill do you want to use?
Would literacy or yeah, literacy, I think, for trying to organize the books.
If you're organizing the book specifically, I think it's going to be mathematics.
Mathematics, okay, I'll do that. And then I did also want to, aside from organizing the books, try to make a little money for the orphanage. Probably doing a couple little Christmas cute stories and stuff, like little
Sure.
gifts to sell.
All right, we'll work it off of this flip.
My
So-
heart.
5 plus, what is your total in mathematics?
I do not have a mathematics, so I imagine it would be intellect, right?
That is correct.
So that's going to be a +3.
Plus 3, 8. All right. So minimum flip there on the 2. So, yeah, you're able to organize the books. It goes well. You make 2 script on just random stuff. And do remember, a script is like $100, vaguely,
We've made $1,100 then for the orphanage.
For- over the month. You guys did
Yep.
great. However, your personal funds begin to run low. You have to spend your own money, so none of the winnings that you guys had this month on ammunition and anything else you're trying to buy, robots and things like that. Jed, are you building anything in this month?
Not yet.
Alright.
I'm still gonna hold on, but I am going to reload me and Sparky on ammunition.
Okay. That sounds good.
I don't know what the bullet the script conversion is.
It is in...
I was going to ask the same thing because I need bullets.
So it's in... Ammo is in the book, guys.
Got it.
Yeah, it's on page 239. So,
Thank you,
Got it.
239.
right? All right. Here we go.
Yes.
The new year has come. It is 1908, and the winter in Malifaux has been harsh, to say the least. And so, you all, having taken up the mantle of orphanage runners on the edges of the downtown, are finding yourselves, even as you make money at all of these other side ventures, you are finding yourselves more and more strapped for cash. And then, much in the way it has previously, an invitation arrives at your orphan, at your domain. It is very nice. Very nice stationery. Austin gold and filigree. And it has invited you all to a dinner. Now, compared to the bitter cold outside, the Eyes Old Steakhouse feels like a sauna. The humid air thick with the sense of wood smoke, charring. The height, dining elegance. The restaurant is modeled for privacy and has numerous curtained rather than regular tables. This creates a subdued tone, as the countless voices are muddled, hushed. I am sorry, guys. We're having a technical issue. We're gonna take a break.
Okay, do you mean come down and help with stuff?
No, it is nothing that you can help with. I'm trying.
I'll come down anyway for support.
Well, it's issue.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break. I am so sorry. We're just getting into the adventure. So here we go. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. But until then, stay tuned. All right. We're out.
Sort of flapping of wings. Into the third watch, it grows all the closer.
All thinking of what's going to happen, and it's a long journey. There's a lot of things that could happen. A lot of things
Yeah.
could go wrong.
Yeah.
But we were thinking, who is the best at knowing when something is wrong?
Who is the best at
getting
knowing
out.
when something is wrong? Who?
It's you.
It's
you.
me? It's
Yeah.
Screamers?
Screamers, that's how you've been alive as long as you have been.
That's true. That is. Screamers is very good at being alive. I
Yeah.
have been being alive my whole life.
Your whole life. Longer than me, actually.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, there, I tell you a secret. You have to come close, though.
He kind of like moves close, but very aware that Screamers is just covered in
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Now
all the
kiss.
gore.
There was actually 2 minutes Screamers was not alive. Was a drown.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm having to switch buttons for things. So I don't know when, I don't know how, but Call of Cthulhu's coming right now, or very soon, probably in 2 weeks, once I get the books.
That is, somebody's got to clip that. That's the best announcement we've ever had on this.
Not great individual. Such a mighty power may yet still be yours.
So here's something real fucking dick.
Oh shit, Megan. No, there's more. I had more. No, come back.
That timing though was perfect.
Oh God, please come back. There's more.
The universe will rectify itself.
Exactly. A couple of rolls, really.
I'm going to take advantage of this brief moment then, and I'm not going to feel bad about telling you all that in my head I was singing, "It's a Centaur Tent City." It's a suffragette city. Centaur Tent City. Because you said it, and it's the right...
All right, guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for your patience. We're Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight we have...
I'm Kez, and I'm playing Beatrice Baxter, the intrepid reporter.
I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Ginny St. George, the massive mountain woman of a guard knight.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Jed Blackthorn, the Tinkerer.
And as a contrast to Ginny's largesse, I am Mo. I'm playing Zacharias Bay Laurel, who is small, punchy.
All right. So you guys have answered a call to a very prestigious steakhouse in the dead of winter here in Malifaux City. You sit in the farthest booth enjoying the company of Erwin Caulfield. She wears a crisp and perfectly tailored suit. Her dark hair, icy blue eyes, and snowy skin present an austere, but her smile is warm and genuine. She is the daughter of old Malifaux blood and wealth, established during the first breach over a century ago. Under her guidance, you have journeyed through an exquisite meal of superbly prepared meat, of many different cuts and taste. It was a feast unlike any other, possibly the best in your life. You are, in a word, replete. Once the last plates are cleared, Erwin lights a sweet-smelling cigarette. My grandfather, Roderick, passed 2 years ago, leaving me heir to the Caulfield estate. However, Harris, my half-brother, is laying claim upon my inheritance, as my idiot predeceased father left no will. My grandfather's will stands instead. A simple matter for the courts to decide, if said will were in my possession. I have good reason to believe my grandfather's will can be found in my family's ancestral funds, Caulfield Manor. Most inconvenient, as it resides well within the stranger's keep quarantine zone. For the retrieval of this and any other business documents you can find, I shall pay you 50 scrip, split amongst yourselves. Speed is of the essence, as I suspect Harris will attempt to find and destroy the will. I was assured you would be interested. Your names came to me by a rather peculiar Roger Smith.
All of us have that flash of ghostly hot guy that we can barely remember. Oh yeah.
That guy.
That guy. His name was Roger. I've been calling him Ramon in my head for some reason. He felt like a Ramon.
I have been assured it.
They need the cash. I don't know. Breaking and entering seemed to be our specialty the past couple months.
You haven't figured out a lockpicking bot yet, have you?
It's a money issue, darling.
Well, after this quest then, I'm assuming, you know what? I don't actually care. I'm just gonna pretend that you'd be better for the business than the other. So, yeah, we'll go and find it.
Wonderful. Here are your directions. I have made an arrangement. Price Street Gate. You'll need to ask for a man who goes by the name of Harris. When you speak with him, make sure you give him this. She sets a fine oak box that looks like the sort of box you would find at a distillery, packing in a fine whiskey, bourbon of some kind, and it is wrapped and packaged. You should have directions for it. And from there, now, quarantine zone, as our Governor General very clear, is off limits. So you be well and truly known.
Not the first time, I'm certain it won't be the last. Do you happen to know, if we could get a map of exactly where your manor is, sort of, or where we're going, in comparison, so we can maybe find us quickest back route possible, so as to draw least attention to ourselves.
I have made arrangements for an entrance. They have any directions you have from there. Sorry, I don't walk around with maps on. Although I'm sure any newsboy or herald page show you the way.
Make a note. Train some of the orphans to be newsboys.
Seconded.
What's up, Zag?
Do you have any blueprints of the estate so that we might know where to look for your papers?
Mr. Sergeant Harris has gone through the trouble of hiring this form. So, he will be the one to provide you with such.
Alright, so we've got... We're looking for will and any documents, yes?
Exactly.
I apologize. Yes,
Da-da-da-da-da.
I do in fact have a not so much a floor plan, but I do have a count of its creation, and hopefully will provide you with a bit of insight. I also have these keys, 2 main doors. Everything should be in my grandfather's study on the 2nd floor. The will itself is likely inside of his wall safe. Here's the call.
Ginny takes it, realizes she's exactly the wrong person to have it, and just sort of quietly hands it down to Jed and Beatrice. Fuck numbers. God damn it.
Man, that locksmith bot is just really jumping up and up and up on the list. Okay. Is there anything we need to be concerned about? Like, you're... There's obviously fortune in this house, guards,
Traps,
defenses, anything?
snipers.
The house has been in the quarantine zone for years now, even after the reopening of it was never a home that we utilized. It is the home that my ancestors first opened. Grandfather, he did business out of there for a time, but it was never his primary abode, nor was it his primary residence.
It's out in the quarantine zone, so we can expect anything of whichever might be there anyway. The quicker we get there, the quicker we can get back.
Right, seems like nothing else to do but just get the fuck in.
Agreed. I await your swift return.
Can I briefly, before we go, just to check that this woman is on the up and up? It's too early. I know it's not D&D. Can I scrutiny check her, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to make sure that this isn't like, yeah, I'm gonna secretly burn the will, and because I'm not on it or whatever. I don't know. She might, but like I'd like to know in advance what we're getting into.
I would say it's a scrutiny 12 check. You flipped a 7 of rams. What's your total?
That's higher than any of my modifiers, but my total is my add is a 3, so nope,
Then-
I fail.
Okay. She seems direct. She's very well trained in social situations. So if she was lying or trying to convince you of something, you're unsure. There's no reliable way to tell.
She's done this. She's done a thing or two because she's seen a thing or two.
She's fatted us up for sure if she's going to send us to the slaughter.
Well, I've been sent to the slaughter a lot of times before, and I've always come back as the slaughterer instead of the slaughteree, so let's fucking go. I'm ready.
All right. She does seem to make it clear that she expects you guys to go now. And as it is 9 p.m., it is a all the more harrowing evening, especially here, coldest winters of the first days here. She stands up, heads to settle the bill, and in doing so, walks you all towards the front door, satisfied that you'll way. Now, Stranger's Keep looms over the city like a squat gargoyle, staring down from atop a precipitous bluff of ashen stone. Its once stately manors and manicured gardens now fester, collapse under the neglect. Narrow streets and steep stairwells cut in black rock form an intricate labyrinth cloaked in shadows and snow. Price Street Barricade is a ramshackle collection of wood and steel, nestled between 2 abandoned townhouses, framed hypnotic blue twin eldritch gaslights. Young guardswoman guard patrols the parapet, Barricade's base, 3 men huddle around a campfire, laughing, joking. Notice you approach. They fumble for their guns. Oi! Step into the light and explain yourself, or we open fire.
With all the balls and bravado that her no charisma has not earned her, Ginny's gonna just walk straight up. Sorry to bother you. We run the local orphanage, and we got wind a couple of the kiddos may have snuck out. We thought maybe they'd be here, so we just like to check to make sure there's none of the littles around.
I ain't seen the kids.
Well, you wouldn't have seen them because they're small, as you can imagine. If I'd have seen them from up here, there's a bit of a height difference.
It don't matter. If they're behind here in the quarantine zone, they're as good as dead anyway.
If that's for me as their matron to decide, isn't it, little man?
No. Giantess.
Oh! Good, amazing. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Okay.
No, it's fine. No, actually, no, I'm good.
You are not in punching range. Would you?
No,
are you
no.
charging them to punch them?
No, I'm not charging. I'm just going to keep on. I'm trying to give another reason to be there, and if they're going to fire, then we'll fight. But like, I'm trying to give us another reason to be there if we were going to be seen anyway.
Okay.
Unless there's another way I can go around. If we can be like, oh, sorry, never mind, and sneak somewhere else. But there's probably yeah.
Okay, so that is up to you. If you want to look for another way into the quarantine zone, you can. But if they're about to start shooting you, so I need you to be very precise in what you tell me you're doing now.
Then, okay.
I thought we were supposed to.
You can go, Zach. Oh, okay. Hands then, we're supposed to meet Harris, right?
She's a guild guard. Harris is a guild guard.
Yeah. Yes, that, is, listen, could you find Harris? She'll be able to talk to us about it. I just want to make sure that there's no one snuck in that shouldn't have, right?
Harris.
And I'm trying to give another cover. I don't want to just publicly tell everybody that, hey, we were sent for this reason from this person. But maybe I'm overcomplicating things.
There's some weird giant down here trying to say that she knows you. What? The giant. You don't see her. Oh, shut up. All right. Harris comes climbing down off of the parapet and starts walking up towards you. Her sniper rifle trained, prepared to shoot, although not through the sight. You get the idea that she is probably a good enough shot to no-scope you, especially at this short range. What's going on? What is this about?
I, as discreetly as I can, will will pull out the distillery little package, the distill package.
Oh, all right. You two got something for me. Here we go. She'll walk over to grab it, slinging the rifle up over her back. Thanks for that. Now,
She leans down. If anyone asks, we're looking for the fucking children. Right.
okay. Now about the entrance fee.
There's a what?
No, the entrance fee. I was 10 script I was promised to let anyone through.
Can I scrutiny that?
Yeah.
I scrutiny that.
Here you go, Beatrice.
Zag is just looking off into the distance and blinking hard several times, like that one reaction
We're
gif.
being blackmailed, we're being racketeered, we're being...
6 of crows. What is your total? Target number 8.
So I'm going to cheat it with a 10.
Okay. 10's your total?
10 would my total would then be a 12.
Okay, you didn't need to cheat it. 6 plus 2 would get you to 8.
Oh.
It's a target number 8.
I am so sorry. I can't math today.
You're okay. I'm trying to help out.
Super succeed. Super scrutiny. Super.
Thank you for being a kind and gentle DM and letting us not fuck up with that.
Yeah, she's making this up. There's no fee. There's no there's no entrance fee that was negotiated. The bottle of whiskey the bottles. It's a large big box, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's it's like 3 or 4. It's probably 1 for each of them, and it's fine. These things are probably 10 scrip a piece, 5 scrip a piece. They're not cheap. So,
Beatrice looks up at Jenny like with that face.
Ginny thought she was being so clever having like an actual fucking cover though. Like she thought she was like, we've got actual papers for once. We're not just flat out fucking lying.
She is so
We're gonna have
committed
a
to the
fucking
bit.
cover. We're gonna do it right. And everyone's like, we had a cover, you idiot. She's, all right. Fucking hell. Kicks that ground.
She's
with
so
Jenny.
used to us not having a cover.
It threw me off. That felt too easy. It goddamn threw me off. And now Caitlin's embarrassed and gonna hide in the blanket.
Oh man, Jed's gonna
Bee's gonna look at Jed. She's gonna be like, at Jed and Zag, like, this is not.
no, it's not what we signed up for. And he goes, because Jed was the one that gave him the box.
Yeah.
Which is strange because we were told that you'd get paid after we come back, so you better make sure we make it back.
Make a convince check, and because your attempt to convince her, is hold on, because it is including a bit where she gets paid, gonna give you a bonus on. I'm
Cool.
gonna give you an advantage. If
I don't have it convinced, but I have 2 in charms. We'll see where that goes.
Okay, so so it's gonna be deceive.
Okay.
Because or are you actually intending on paying her on the way back?
I'm going to deceive with the mindset that if we get paid a little extra, she might get the little extra off the top.
Okay, all right.
So, at the moment, I am lying, but there is a hint of truth later on if things go well.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna give you the bonus on the deceive. Deceive is cunning. So with that, you flip a 12. 12 is the higher.
Yeah, but I have a -3 to cunning,
Oh.
so that's a 9.
Okay, did you just want to? Sorry, I didn't realize that was the case. So
My charm is +2, but I have a -3 to cunning.
your charm is +2, but you have a -3 to cunning.
Yes.
Okay.
I am book smart, not necessarily street smart.
Okay. I mean, you could have chosen to convince her, which is intellect.
Yes, so then that would be a +2 as well, so it would be a 14.
Okay. All right. We got to start picking our skills better. Is the bottom line in this?
Yeah, I just had nothing. I had nothing to really go off of, so I was just making something out of off the top. So, and
Sure.
I'm okay with the 9. Like it was a chance.
Okay. Actually, a 9 is still good. It's target number of 8. I don't know why I didn't see that. So there we go.
Cool.
So-
Even with the -3, we're still rolling.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Now, here is your map. hands over this crudely drawn map on a piece of folded, thick, like blueprint style paper. It appears that Caulfield Manor is at the cliff edge of the distant hills. So, can't guarantee it's still there, though. Just pulled this from the records. Houses also see to Stranger's Keep.
Can I go ahead and take a look over this map, please?
Move like how?
Sometimes they're just not where you left them.
I
Are we
hate
talking-
everything about that sentence.
Yeah.
Are we talking about like they grow chicken legs and walk around like Baba Yaga's hut? I mean, what?
I haven't seen them walk, but however they get around sometimes.
It's Malifaux. Nothing would surprise me anymore.
It gives me a great idea. Something called the mobile home. Anyway, go ahead.
Welcome to Malifaux. Beatrice, you wanted to do what sort of check?
I want to do 2 different checks. First, I'm going to check the legitimacy of this map because I trust nothing after this lady decided to lie to us about the entrance fee.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be... How would I check the legitimacy? Notice?
I will say it's going to be under crafting. Why don't you go with printing?
I has printing. I can do
Alright.
that.
Let's do printing. Target number 8. 2 in tone.
I'm going to cheat it to a 5.
Okay.
And it'll give me a 9.
Perfect. Yeah. It is. It is an original old floor plan or like grounds layout map of the district. You get the feeling most of the maps in Stranger's Keep are probably, because it was one of the areas that was settled in the first breach. A lot of the maps that are easier to get to are from that area.
And the second thing, after I've checked the legitimacy, and obviously it hasn't been tampered, would have seen that in the print.
There's a line on it to kind of give you like the best path, right? Like it's a legitimate effort to lead you guys in the right direction.
The second thing I want to check is if it has anything about the interior of the place that we're supposed to go to, or is it all just an exterior map?
It's mostly an exterior map. It gives you kind of the rough layout of the ground floor, but it just sort of outlines the shape, more than the shape and the grounds, more than anything. Like it's not, they're like small by that point because it's the map of the whole district. But because all of the houses on these hills are manors, like they're huge. So even on a map, you can get like so it's got a west wing and
Okay.
all right. So
then it's part of you letting us in.
yeah. So she does start to Harris does start to lead you guys back, and she does announce to the group. She's like, look what you almost did there. You don't have a good one. Hallahan, what you almost did. Here it is. Miss Caulfield sending the good stuff, and you almost plugged the messenger. You idiot. Oh, and they all sort of perk up, and there's this rumbling of oh, these are the people Miss Caulfield hired. Oh, they're going up there. A couple of them are like excited for you guys. A couple of them are like, oh man, like I wouldn't do that job for $1 million script. You guys are crazy. So it's this sort of weird group interaction, and in the midst of it, Hallahan What, we're not going to tell him about the crazy brother? To which Harris sort of shoots Hallahan a shut the hell up look. And he just sort of, right?
He's still up there, isn't he?
Hmm?
The crazy brother.
We would like it very much if you would tell us about the crazy brother.
We already knew there was a crazy brother, so, you know, you're not really spoiling anything.
So you guys are going to need to make a some form of social check. Up to you. Target number 8 to get him to open up.
Can I convince?
You can. Yeah. All right. 8 of crows. What's your total?
And I have a +4 to that, so
Nice. Yeah, you get a 12. What do you say to convince him?
12.
Kez, what do you say to convince him?
Well, we already knew there was a crazy brother, so you're just adding to the story, which would be fantastic, personally.
Oh. All right. Well, he sort of looks over at Harris, who's clearly in charge, and she. Yeah, go ahead. Miss Caulfield is good to us, right? So don't let it get back to her. Eh? Her brother came through here about a week or so back. Had a cart like he were prospecting or something. Kept talking about Caulfield cars and some rot. That he'd exorcise the evil. If you ask me, he seemed a little touched, but he paid well, he did. Ain't seen him since, though.
Okay. Did you guys deal with the Caulfield family like a lot, or just one side or the other?
Well, for a time, their Granda would come through, make pretty regular businesses, and then what is it, about a year or so ago, the new Governor General just blocked off all the different quarantine zones. Strangers Keep wasn't as tightly secured back then, so I've been on this. Like me talking about it. The Caulfields would do some business up there, and after the quarantine came in, had to make. How did we say we're gonna do this, Harris? Extra jurisdictionary arrangements.
Got it. So the rules are more like guidelines. Got it.
Oh, no. Guild rules are guild rules, but the application of guild rules is in fact up to guild guards. So,
May I make some kind of, because of my upbringing in law enforcement, some kind of check about how iffy those methods tend to be? Like in any kind of setting like this, like as a guard, like professionally, may I make a history check of some kind? I don't have that skill, but may I?
Yeah.
Sure.
So history, or I know it's probably another skill you don't have, but bureaucracy.
Same question.
I do not have either of those.
Okay, so one is intellect, one is cunning. Which one
I'll
would
use
you?
the cunning one, please.
Cunning, bureaucracy. Okay.
I'll use bureaucracy, please.
There you go. So
Can I make a history check after her?
Yes, you may. Sounds good, Zagreus. So bureaucracy first, a 3 of tomes. I'm gonna give this a variable DC from 5 to 10.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cheat. So that's a 6 then.
A 6 total. Okay. So guild guards are much like the rest of the guild is sort of notoriously corrupt. Border guards that watch the quarantine zones are more. It depends on the quarantine zone, right? Um, Sometimes it's more to keep people from Malifaux from going into the quarantine zone, and sometimes it's more about keeping things in the quarantine zone from the people in Malifaux, right? Strangers Keep has a reputation for being in a money district, so them getting paid to let people go ransack houses that have officially been, uh, you know, everything's been forfeited in them. That's pretty low on the like guild corruption.
Thank you.
Yeah. Zagreus, you wanted a history flip?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. 6 of Tomes.
It becomes a 7.
A 7? Okay. Um, the districts that are more. So, Stranger's Keep is one of the less dangerous as far as to the citizens of Malifaux. Some of the more dangerous districts. There is a district of resurrectionists, and there's a district of actually a overgrown. I think it's like forest blood. I'll look up the names. I'll give you the names later.
I'm sorry, did you say forest blood?
Yes, it's something ridiculous like that. There's literally a district that is known to house Nephilim, and that's the one you think of. It's known to house Nephilim. Before Governor Kitchener took over, they would have every blood moon. They would have to have a Nephilim like hunt, because Nephilim would gather to perform some sort of blood moon ritual every so often, and so this district is by comparison. It has so few guards because of districts like that, right? Where the guard gate to that district is like,
Is
you
loaded
know.
for war.
Yeah, this is like a 8-10 foot tall wall, some fence.
Gate to Mordor.
Yeah, the others are like, nah, man, you're not getting through here. Draw the line here, no further, right?
We are
So-
in minimum security
You
Swedish.
shall not pass.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as gate security goes, it is so light here because it is considered a minimal threat.
Fair enough. And I might find an extra script in there as well.
Yeah, and to that end, are you guys ready to move on, or did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I was going to ask them if they could tell us anything they'd heard about the. So, what can you tell us about this curse?
What
What have you heard about this curse?
Caulfield curse?
Caulfield. Yeah.
Hey, I
What kind of
mean,
nonsense have you heard about that?
and lots of these houses say that they're cursed, and that's why they move and things like that. Don't listen to him. If it was truly a cursed house, then grandfather, as it were, wouldn't have been able to make his way in and out so frequently. And he was able to do so even beyond the quarantine lockdown. So I suspect it's probably just his grandson grasping at straws. I don't know why all my women voices become British.
It's the same reason all my men become British. Like when you're gender swapping, it's a lot easier to do a different dialect.
Yeah.
And it's still Victorian, still so it's
Facts.
Yeah. So that's kind of about all they know at the moment. So as you guys are getting ready to head on, Harris is going to give you one last warning. So, she says that the heavy barricaded doors begin to open. The doors are barricaded, but 4 guards is fairly minimal, but she is a sniper. So, she makes sure to tell you, you come back this way, make sure to call out before you reach the barricade, savvy? Wouldn't want to mistake you for something unnatural.
So I do get my height? Because I'll accept it, that's fine, I just want to know.
Say what?
I said, was that a dig at my height? Because I'll accept it, that's fine, I just want to know.
No, not at all.
Alright, let's get this over with.
All right. Oh, guys, I slightly lied to you. The Strangers Keep barricades are 5 yards tall.
Amazing.
That detail is right there, but it is not heavily armed gate. So
Great.
So what I said is still true. I just thought it was like 5 feet, and I was like, that's not 5 feet. That'd be at least 10 feet. 5 yards. Oh, 15 feet. Oh, 15 feet's not bad. Because for some reason I thought it was 30 feet. That's too.
It's still a high fence. Like,
Yeah.
15 feet in retrospect, like,
Yeah.
Ginny might be able to do a standing long jump and get, like, her head just barely over.
Yeah, 15 feet is it's over the top of a basketball backboard. So.
Done. I will dunk myself over. I will just yeet myself.
Exactly.
It's
She's gonna Hulk jump. She's gonna Hulk standing jump just right over it.
gonna be amazing.
So, once you're beyond the warm comforts of barricade, Stranger's Keep quickly swallows you up. Shadow. Silence. Oppressive gloom weighs heavily on you. High brick walls press in as if the buildings are closing off the sky. Dusty windows, decorated in arched gables, seem dark. Yet, you sense something beyond them. Gazing out, line. Occasionally, dead tree tremble. Lone snow forms unnatural shapes. Something stirred. Stray. This labyrinth. Collected wealth. Disarray. Yes. Good.
With that lovely description, I am going to use a talent that I picked up called Unassuming,
Okay.
which means when I'm in a group of people, to notice me, I actually get a plus to being detected in the group.
Okay.
So while we're traveling as a 4, if I kind of hunker myself next to Jenny, it seems like there's only 3.
Got it. So, to find your way to the Caulfield Manor, we are going to do a extended test. All right. Everyone is going to flip a card. Skills that are allowed are Notice, Tracking, and Wilderness. I will take also History because you guys have sort of applied that in this moment, right? And just making sure that none of the discontinued skills are there. Yeah, we're good. So, target number for all of these checks is 10. All right. Because you guys have the map, you each automatically get a success. So instead of needing 4 successes, you need 3 per person. So a total of 12. All right. Failing a check is fine. It doesn't hurt you. Every round of checks is 20 minutes. So it's just going to take you longer. However, if you fail by a margin, then that is a critical failure. Once you guys have 4 critical failures, the test ends. Okay? 10 successes, 4 critical failures. Sound good?
Got it.
What skills are each of you using? Beatrice.
I have all of those. So let's do a history, notice, and track.
Okay. Well, so it's one per round.
1 per. Okay.
Yep.
Well, my highest is history, so
We're gonna
let's
start
do
with
some
history. Okay. Jenny, what is
Notice.
Notice?
I'm going to be starting with notice.
Jed, what are you planning?
I don't have any of those skills, so I'm going to use intelligence for history.
Okay. And Zagreus.
Notice.
Notice. Okay. So notice in history mostly, so sounds good. Here we go. In order. That is a 5 for... Where'd you go? Where'd you go, 5? There we go. Alright. So, in your positions there. 5 for Beatrice. What's your total?
I needed a 10, correct?
Correct.
So I am going to cheat that one because it would have been 1 under otherwise.
So a 10. What is your total with the 10?
With the 10, it is now 14.
14. Not quite a margin. So it's just the 1 success for you. Ginny, a 6 of masks.
Then yeah, even if I cheated, it won't get it there. So a 9 is my.
Okay. Not 9. 9's fine. 9 doesn't matter. 4 of tomes. Jed.
I'm going to cheat with a 10.
Okay. What's your total?
And that brings my total up to 12.
Okay. That's a success. And Zagreus.
That would bring it up to a 14.
A 14. Okay. So 3 successes, no failures yet. Same order. So it's Zagreus, Jed, Jenny, and Beatrice. Beatrice on a 13. I believe you're going to have at least 1 margin of success here.
I had my next one was going to be notice, which would have been a +1, so that would give me a 14.
14. Okay. Sounds good. 14 is a success. You guys are up to 4 successes. Ginny.
I used notice last time, so I'm going to use scrutiny this time.
Okay.
And
Don't think scrutiny's on.
oh, did you not list that one? Sorry, it was notice and what then? I thought you said
Tracking and wilderness.
all I have is notice of those skills. So.
Okay. Tracking is
Cunning based.
Cunning.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Then I'll tracking, please.
Okay. And wilderness is cunning based as well.
Good. Yeah, I thought they were, but I didn't want to. Yeah.
That's good.
Then I'm going to use tracking this time.
Okay.
I get a +1 to that, so I definitely pass.
Okay. So you guys have 5 successes. Jed.
I have none of those good cunning skills. So even with my 7, if I take a cunning skill, it's gonna be a -4. It's gonna be I have a -3 to cunning, so it'd be a 4 overall.
So that is a critical failure.
Yep.
Okay. And Zagreus on the 4.
It's a 5.
A 5. That's a second critical failure. Okay. So.
I can cheat it. Well, no, I won't. It's too late.
All right. I mean, it's up to you. I haven't moved on yet. If you would like to cheat it, you can.
I need to save the 1 card I can use for later.
Yeah, absolutely. Just giving you the option. Okay. Snow ripples and rises like a wave, as if something large, predatory. With it. The mound drifts towards the faded, then turns away. Uninterested. All right. Next round. Everybody got their skills picked?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Zagreus with the 8. Jed on a 9. Ginny, 8. Unfortunately, Beatrice pulls the 1.
I could cheat it with another 1, but I don't think that would help much.
Unfortunately,
but that was
I don't
my
think it
that was my tracking.
You're tracking? Okay. What is your total?
It is a 1.
Oh, okay. That is a critical fail. We're up to 3. Ginny.
Yeah, I've got to use the wilderness, and I only have a +1 on it, so.
Okay, but a neutral fail is
Yeah.
okay. Jed.
Can't use the same skill twice. Yes? No?
If you've used the others, you can come back around to it.
I have not used the others because I still got those nice cunning ones. That would be an 8. That brings it down. That would bring it down to a 5. But I'm actually going to cheat it to an 11 -3, which brings it down to an 8, which I think is a regular failure instead of a critical.
Give me a second. Let me double check if you can use the same skill repeatedly. Because new system, new rules, and
Okay.
I don't always remember what is the rule, right? So, generally speaking, an ongoing challenge should allow use of anywhere from 2 to 5 different skills, each relating some aspect in it. So, I believe, if I am reading this correctly, you can utilize the same skill.
Okay. Then in that case, if I'm gonna keep plugging on the history, that's an 11 with the +2 for intelligence.
Okay. That works. Zagreus.
If we're able to use the same skill, I mean, must you go through the other ones first?
If people would like me to go back for this round, I will. But I don't think it's gonna matter for Beatrice.
For me, what is that? Is that a...
So here's what it is. If 2 of you are doing history, you're essentially giving one of you a plus in the history check. That's what it is.
Cool. Okay.
So if you guys double up on the same skill, you have better chance of succeeding that skill, but it's going to take longer because you're both doing the same action.
Gotcha. You're sacrificing time for accuracy.
Right. Ginny, what you have a chance to change your skill if you would like.
I'll stick with the ones that I've done. If do we have a 4th round?
We're about to. Well,
yeah, so I'm gonna have to reuse anyway. So leave them as is. That's okay.
Okay.
I didn't roll well enough for any of this shit anyway, so I'm good.
Great, Zagreus.
I'm not sure if mine would have changed last round. I don't think so. I
We're
think it
not
was
going.
one-
We're not going back around.
Yeah, it was,
We're just.
it was,
This
it was
is
one
an 8.
short. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
That will be a 12.
12 is a success. Okay.
Hey.
So you guys have 7 successes, 3 critical failures, 1 round left to go. It has been an hour now. 3 rounds. You guys have been wandering through the Stranger's Keep labyrinth, and as you round the corner, a lone figure stands in the middle of the upcoming section. Its body and clothing so infinitely black. The person appears to be a hole in the air. Remains perfectly still and silent.
No, don't like.
Try to get close. As they try to get close, the figure seems to vanish. Alright, next round.
I hate that.
I hate it so much.
Alright, skills.
I love the description, but no.
What skills are we doing?
I'm gonna go back to my notice.
Okay.
My highest one, so.
Beatrice?
I'm going to start with my history as well. It's my highest one.
Okay, history, notice. Zagreus, or Jed?
I'm gonna help. I give that plus on the history.
Give him plus on history. Okay.
Yep.
Zagreus?
I'm gonna give a plus on notice.
Okay, you guys slow down.
Just one higher than me.
Yep. You guys slow down in your progress. Begin attempting to navigate this with caution. So, for our history, hire as a jack.
That would give me a total of 14.
Okay. 8 successes for the notice people.
Woo!
Red Queen, what's your total?
That's going to be a +3 to that. So,
I have a +4.
nice.
Okay. So with the margin on the success, you guys do make your way up Stranger's Keep. So, those of you... Oh. No. You guys are good. Didn't suffer a catastrophic failure.
I'm sorry, a what? I hate that.
Catastrophic failure.
There was a pull. Was that both jokers out?
It was, but I'm not reshuffling yet.
Darn it,
Mean.
It's up to me.
Joker tease.
I still have 2. I still have 2 cards. We're good.
I have a 6 and an ace. I have shit cards.
Well,
I have 1 good card, and I am literally saving it for when I have to cast a spell.
Wise. Carry on.
Caulfield Manor sits atop the sheer edge of Stranger Keep's south slope, surrounded on 3 sides by wrought iron fences topped with sharpened spikes, metallic animals. Back lawn stretches past dilapidated stables and ends low brick wall, which then drops away far below. The singular front gate is wedged open by a snowdrift. Like a predator, the manor house crouches amidst an ornamental garden, now long dead, grown with twisted weeds, biting nettles. Castle-like towers rise from the main building, each roof topped intricately carved. An elevated porch with stark white columns runs around the front of the building. Front door hides in the shadows. Second-story balcony. Ashen snow. Surface. Gray. Yet unlike the surrounding, the manse appears relative pristine, as if frozen.
oh, I hate it.
Getting mad betrayal vibes, and I don't like it.
I don't want to go first. I'm not gonna. Don't want to be that guy.
Oh, come on. I'll go first. I'm too big for it to eat all in one bite.
Okay. I'm walking in the gate, pushing and past the snowdrift. Suddenly, crunch of the snow, but almost for the first time since you've been a stranger. Lets out deafening crack. Jenny. That's all.
I hate it here. Da-na-na-na, hate it here. I'm gonna tell Sparky to be on high alert.
Okay. What would you guys... Are you exploring the outside, or are you just making your way straight to the front door?
Would stealth be of any use? Trying to
stealth
sneak
could be
further
of
in here?
Yeah, stealth could absolutely be of some use.
Thank you, Stealth.
I am willing to do some roguey shit and scout ahead with stealth.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
stealth or assist in any way, shape, or form?
Uh,
Beatrice has definitely snuck into many trash cans to get news in the past.
Sure. Are you? So we're gonna. Everybody's making a stealth check, or is it just you two? And they're scouting ahead.
I'll let
I-
them scout. I'll just stand.
I was
Okay.
going to scout ahead and see if it was safe.
Absolutely, sounds good. So, Beatrice, you're scouting with Zagreus, yes?
Yes, because probably not good to have somebody go alone.
On board, just making sure. So, 13 of tomes for Beatrice, and a 4 of rams for Zagreus.
That gives me a total 15.
Okay.
6.
Okay. You guys are being as quiet as you can. You don't know if anything has caught wind of you at this point. But as you go walking to area, you have a choice. So you can go directly up to the front. You can circle around to the back of the house, or check out the stables. That seems to be kind of your options at this point.
What do you think?
Are there any tracks in the snow?
Also, if we're
let's-
while he's looking that up because he may not know, if that Caulfield brother's been prospecting, the stables seem like a good place to start, or the gardens, honestly. But if the stables were an option, I don't know.
Let's hold up the keys, or we can just go through the front door.
Well, I'd love to go through the front door, but at some point I'd like to revisit possible places that he was digging.
So immediately where you guys are, there are no signs of tracks. But if you tell me where you're going, Beatrice and or Zagreus, we can do some notice checks.
Ooh.
Where do you think we should go, Zhag?
I say we check out the outbuilding first, and then head for the main building, just to see if he rode in here on a horse, or
Well, according to my notes, he had a cart. So maybe his cart's still there.
it's possible.
Okay. So, unlike the main building, the stables in the back have succumbed to age and elements. Its roof and upper floor have collapsed onto the building below. Wagon sits nearby. Its new condition, light snow covering, marks it recent arrival. On notice, Beatrice, you have a 7, Zagreus a 9.
Not bad. It's not
Target
bad.
number of 8. Is both of you pass? Okay.
It's a 13.
Is 8 on the dot for me?
Awesome. There are frozen pools of blood barely covered in snow around the wagon. There are also, leading from these pools, heavy drag marks to the cliff over the edge.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, Jed and I are just standing. I know if they're finding anything good.
You know, every time we split up, there's usually something that attacks us. You ever notice that?
Maybe teach your robot how to be a sentry. Sentry bot. Add it to the list.
Can I go and signal to them to join us?
Absolutely.
Would do so. Would make that bird call noise that we agreed on.
Caca!
That previously agreed upon bird
Super
call noise
subtle. Totally, it sounds like a bird call noise.
that we all know is.
Definitely. I know that bird call noise, and so do you. And you guys, you come and make your way over to the stables. It is broken down. The roof is collapsing on the outside. And yeah, there is the pool of mostly frozen now. Then couldn't quite dry. Weather, blood, and the drag marks of something heavy to the cliff edge.
Would
Well, that
go
sucks.
to the cliff edge and peek over.
It's tough to see anything over the edge. You can see so far, but it is very late. You guys were been traveling now for 2 hours and 20 minutes since you left dinner, so it's 11:20. Not a lot of moonlight, and it is very cold, and it's very the snow flurries are sort of blocking most of your sight. You can hear the river that is below, but it's distant. It's a big drop.
Listen, I hate to say this. It's fucking cold, and we don't know how long it's going to take us to search the place, and it's full dark now and horrible. There's a chance we may have to just sort of stay in the house overnight anyway. So if we're going to check this, let's check it later. But right now, I hate it. I don't want to do it.
You
But
want to what now?
I don't want to do it. I'm just saying, in the first, let's maybe, this feels precarious, and I don't want any of us dropping into a frozen river. So maybe we come back to this later.
I mean, Ginny has a point.
Inside.
If he's down there, he's not going anywhere.
If he's down there, he's probably frozen to death anyway. And the river runs through from multiple points. You could probably find where it comes out outside of the quarantine zone and go check. If the river flows in a certain direction, we'll be able to find something washed down. Science.
Absolutely, I have no desire to fall off this cliff.
She looks at Jed, she's like, I got the science right? It moves. And it...
Yep. No adventuring, they said. It'd be fun. You know, just spider bots and throwing people over the cliff and staying in decrepit houses.
Listen, it'll be a lot of fun. They'll tell ghost stories.
If you've noticed, I've been no help with this whole tracking bit. Like, we've left the city. I am useless.
You're not useless. We can get you a metal detector.
Throw me a robot. I'll fix it and make it have it make us pancakes. Try to find a house in a complex. I'll be lost and I'll turn myself around. Let's get this over with.
I want to hug Jed so bad. Judy just picks him up and just squeeze hug. Like Poe in Mulan. Just shake him until he feels better. Put him down.
God, we're straightened out the back.
Chant with me.
Chant with me. You're welcome.
The posture's a little bit better, at least.
Yeah, you hunch over the crafting table all day with the robots. You got better outlook on life when your back is, we should go see a chiropractor in town.
Just go
see Jenny. Like it, I'll just punch it.
I have flipped all of you a notice check. So, Beatrice, 6. Ginny, 4.
Total 7.
7. Ginny on
also 4. A total of 7 if it's notice.
Yep. Jed on an ace.
-2, man.
Okay. Zagreus on a 9.
It's gonna be a 13. Jed's too busy ranting about how he hates it here.
Jez's face is buried in Ginny boobs right now, and he's getting his back straightened.
Man, I just can't win for losing out in the wilderness.
There are worse places to be.
They are nice tits, excuse you, sir. No, then Ginny. They are nice tits, excuse you, sir. Stop squirming. People would pay for this.
I can't breathe.
You good?
Let me move the glasses out of the way this time. Okay.
So, when you all are ready, begin moving back towards the house. Zagreus, as you guys are going, there's something about the crunch of the snow catches you as people are moving and down and sort of brush it off. And as you begin digging in thicker layers of snow, the snow that's been here for there's no telling how. You'll several patterns, broken bone, and detritus, snow. At a glance, you can tell most of it belongs to birds, or rats, or other small animals, but some of it doesn't. Because you have skill with magic, suspect the intricate arrangements are arcane design, but don't know this. Don't know what or why this might be. As Zagreus dust them off, show each. There is something everyone except some Beatrice can feel tension party member all sort of it's up, but and like, yeah, bones are creepy, and yeah, it's a little weird that they're arranged like this, but for some reason, they have a far more visceral action.
Oh no. Is it that kind of cold?
That's what I was ready to ask, and I'm uncomfortable. Kill it with fire.
No, we determined that fire was not the answer for that kind of explosions.
Kill it with me smashing it.
Was it like the ritual circle that was drawn on the floor of that house?
There are some similarities. Yeah.
I immediately start looking for a lockbox of some fucking kind immediately. I'm gonna find it. I'm
gonna start trying to clear more snow off of these patterns.
Yeah, the patterns are spread throughout the yard. They are far bigger than the one that you found in the house in Ridley. They are more intricate, and in ways they are like a mandala that tie together.
Oh god, that's awesome. It's this everlasting chain of it. Oh,
yeah.
Don't say awesome. We know what this is. Ginny wants to go the fuck inside. Give me the keys. Give me the keys. We gotta find the totem. If it's here, let's go.
Is the center of the mandala the house?
It does appear to.
Fuck! We have to go in!
That's it. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm done. I'm going home.
Are any of you trained in doctoring?
No. Yes.
I need Ophelia.
I have a better.
Okay.
We need Jed. We have him.
Jed,
is there a doctor in their house?
Flipped you a 5 on the doctoring. What's your total?
An 8.
Exactly what you need. A number of these bones in the
and
mandala.
You said you weren't used.
Yeah. A number of these bones are human bones.
Oh, thank God.
I would like to hang up the laptop, please, and end this and rage quit this fucking game.
But natural robots, I guess.
I will pause here for a moment because I have in one of the few games I played before running this channel and before 5th edition. I was in a dungeon crawl. I played a blade singer hated horses. I don't know why. I just decided he did. And we got to a point in which I was cursed and I couldn't be healed, and I was the only person that was a fighter in the group. And I went, I'm going home. And I literally just turned around and started walking out. Like, I was like, no, it's not worth my life. I've made some money. I'm kind of good. We've done our contract. So when you guys are teasing, like, I'd like to go home now, I'm like, yeah, you're joking. But part of me goes,
What if?
But Cody might. Cody might have turned around and been like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm fine. You guys want to go ahead, you can. I'm all right if we just have pizza and call it a night for the rest of the night. Like, you know.
That's the option. Okay, well,
That's Jed's whole
that's the
outlook.
bones.
I'm good with
this is the
restarting
kind
next
of-
week.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the kind of spooky shit that Mo thrives on.
That's great.
But I know that it's not for everyone.
Sure.
So
I did not unmute my mic for a reason, but Cody could probably hear me just screaming upstairs. Just fucking screaming into the void. And the void screamed back, and I hated it.
Oh.
So he will share that with the party.
that void must.
So the crunching underneath us probably isn't just snow.
Oh, I think we figured that out.
Listen. If we can move some of it, scatter some of it, get rid of some of it, great. Awesome. Pull some pieces out. But otherwise, I gotta go in the house. And we gotta find the core of this thing. And we gotta kill it. We've seen what it does to people. We've fucking seen what it does to people.
You have? Because this is some culty shit.
Yeah, it absolutely is some fucking
Yes,
I'll talk to you about the winter later, alright?
Do I know if moving any of this, like disrupting the lines, breaking the lines, would change?
There's so much of it that it would be.
I just want to set it all on fire.
Yeah, the changes would be minimal. You could. You don't know if this is still active or if it was just done to activate something a long time ago, or if it's been added to in like a ritual way. It is arcane in a sense, but it doesn't seem to be being utilized at this exact moment.
I have a weird question, DM.
Sure.
Because this isn't exactly writing per se.
Mm-hmm.
It is writing of a sort.
Sure.
With not ink.
Mm-hmm.
Could I forgery this and just reset it up like something else?
I'd like to make a different version of this summoning circle.
Again, yeah. If there was one of them, you and you had time, you could. But the fact that it is a yard full, right? There seems to be nothing that is like a singular linchpin. Also, it's dark, and you guys have searched out one of them, maybe, and you've got a manor's yard that you would need to like snow shovel clear to see all of it, to be able to investigate all of it, to be able to decide what would be good and or bad to rewrite. Like, I appreciate the instinct, and if you want to tear at some of it like willy-nilly, I'm all for it. But as far as like a skillful rewriting, it's just the vastness of it that makes that difficult.
Kez would tear at it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Beatrice would not, only because that could make it worse.
That could.
Jed looks at the party and goes, 2 hours. In and out. We're not staying the damn night. We're ripping this place apart and we're leaving.
Well, obviously, now that I know it's a literal heart of summoning the darkness, of course I'm not going to make us stay the... Why does she keep being Russian? Of course I'm not going to fucking make us stay the night. I'm brave, I don't have a death wish.
It is taking everything in me not to set this entire place on fire.
We learned last time.
It really is.
That causes explosion. That's bad.
But we need the papers, and papers are flammable, Shag.
Yes, I understand that. I do.
I toss Jenny the keys.
It's
to the
just
door.
horribly tempting.
I'm going.
Human bones out here.
While they investigate that,
Beatrice
and
is going
for my own sick pleasure, while Jenny leans over to Jed and says, "Do the math for me. Figure out how many humans this is. Because there's a finite number of bones in human body, and I'd like us to do a rough count, if he can, doctor-wise, while she goes inside. Because
Okay.
if this is the entire house staff or something, I'd like to fucking know. If it's only half of them, there's a chance there's still some of them in there. So,
We've only uncovered part of it. Oh god.
but if it's a pattern, we should be able to look at how much space and how many bones are in any of these sections, figure out where the pattern starts repeating, and do the math.
1,
Oh yeah,
Geometry.
absolutely.
4, crap. 1, 2, 3, crap.
Beatrice is going to take Zag's hands and she's going to pet them and try to kind of calm him down.
No fire today, baby Pyro. No fire today.
They're very warm just because they always are. But he's just like, okay, just breathing through it, because it's just, oh my god.
Jed, I'm going to give you a mathematics check.
Oh, thank God. How many bones can we find?
10. What's your total?
I have no mathematics, but I have intellect, or shared intelligence, so it's +2, so it's a 12.
It's a 12. There's... If they're all like this,
Yeah.
there's probably more people than could have worked at this place.
Oh no. That's no bueno. Yeah, we might have the neighborhood.
So, Ginny, as you
What?
you have the key, and you make it to the door. The key does fit in. However, the door is frozen over in a layer of ice and snow. I need a target number 8 athletics check to force the door open and break layers of ice.
Athletics, you say?
Yep.
Flip me.
All right. 12
Ooh.
crows.
And I have a +4 to that bitch.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, nicely done.
strong.
Despite no obvious signs of broken windows, the vestibule is filled with ankle snowdrifts. Glittering hoarfrost coats the room's elegant furniture and walls. Stretching off the house's main corridor runs the entire length of the building, lined with family portraits and unlit gaslight fixtures. Arched doorways lead off the hallway to other darkened central stairwell with mahogany railings to the second floor and basement. An animal smell of decay, musk, hangs in the chilly air. Silent. All in company.
If I was a spooky, evil deity, I would say my circle would coalesce in the basement.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Or the attic. It's usually
No.
one of the two.
Yeah, it's fair.
Well,
Do you guys
actually,
have any lights on? Or have you just wandered through the dead dark of this place, of this whole neighborhood
I've been doing this the whole time.
with nothing?
I'm gonna say that the robot lantern again.
Yes.
Lantern bot's not a thing.
Oh,
No, but we've handed it to him before. In the train, we handed him the lantern for a minute.
you did. Yeah.
We did.
Or I can carry it because I am the toll.
You guys do have lanterns. I have assumed you all have brought a lantern. You may
Thank God.
extinguish it at this point.
I was gonna light up my fist.
That's
if
fine.
all else
Yeah.
fails.
I would like to stop and point out, by the way, that the actual witches in chat are correcting us. Bedroom. Is where we should be going.
That's fair.
The sex magic is strong, man. Do it.
I just, or there's a kitchen, but I just glanced over and 2 back-to-back bedroom, like fuck, shit, that's probably right. I'm not gonna correct it. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna let it happen.
All right.
But whether or not Ginny would know that is a very different question.
We are going to take a very quick break. We're probably going to be back at 10:20 or so. We're probably ending at like 10:30 or 11 tonight. So Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Till then, stay tuned.
It's not what you see so much, but what you hear. In between the rolls of thunder come this sort of flapping of wings. Into the third watch, it grows all the closer.
All thinking of what's going to happen, and it's a long journey. There's a lot of things that could happen. A lot of things could go wrong.
Yeah.
But we were thinking, who is the best at knowing when something is wrong?
Who is the best at
getting
knowing
out.
when something is wrong? Who?
It's you.
It's
you.
me? It's
Yeah.
Screamers?
Screamers, that's how you've been alive as long as you have been.
That's true. That is. Screamers is very good at being alive. I
Yeah.
have been being alive my whole life.
Your whole life. Longer than me, actually.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, there, I tell you a secret. You have to come close, though.
He kind of like moves close, but very aware that Screamers is just covered in
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Now,
all the
kiss.
gore.
There was actually 2 minutes Screamers was not alive. Was a drown.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm having to switch buttons for things. So I don't know when, I don't know how, but Call of Cthulhu's coming right now. Or very soon, probably in 2 weeks, once I get the books.
That is, somebody's got to clip that. That's the best announcement we've ever had on this.
Not great individual. Such a mighty power may yet still be yours.
So here's something real fucking dick.
Oh shit. Megan. No, there's more. I had more. No, come back.
That timing, though, was perfect.
Oh god. Please come back. There's more.
The universe will rectify itself.
Exactly. A couple of rolls, really.
I'm going to take advantage of this brief moment then, and I'm not going to feel bad about telling you all that in my head I was singing, "It's a Centaur Tent City." It's a suffragette city. Centaur Tent City. Because you said it, and it's the right number of syllables, so everybody please sing that.
Okay.
I broke Carlos. Yes!
I'm never gonna unhear it.
I know.
You guys don't think that Superman couldn't hide himself with a pair of glasses? I challenge you to look at Zoe Deschanel without bangs and tell me if that's the same person. Because it's not. It's not. Thank you, Eric. Do it. I want to see this reaction. I'm stopping a game to watch a man have a reaction. There's a whole YouTube channel for this. That's right. That's
No.
Yes.
That's great. No.
Yeah.
You remember how you used to say that, like, I don't understand how people could be so dumb and not realize, like, who Superman is? Now you're like, all right, maybe they kind of have a point.
I'm putting this in the chat. This is
Thanks.
We're all fine with this.
I mean, no, I was just saying that we were. That
Not
is
you,
what we were
dipshit. I want the
discussing.
rest of them to start talking.
I was just saying that that's
Any
what
of
we
the
were
rest of you that
discussing.
that aren't giant like fucking meat shields and punch things for a living, you smarty spellcaster fucks. Y'all have nothing to say about this?
I am
Surfing down
a
the fucking-
smarty spellcaster too.
You are many things. Bevnost, you are many things. We're gonna get to those later.
He's making that face.
That's 13 points of damage.
That's showtime on the dragon.
We are hunting dragons.
You so much.
He's just doubling down on that.
Oh man.
Don't
Fuck
clip this. Don't clip it at all.
Can I
Yeah,
as well?
Yeah, please. If you guys would like to make a history check, you're welcome to.
Well, it was a 20 and then shifted to 2, so 4.
I nat 20.
Nice.
I was gonna say.
Is this the first nat 20 of the game?
Yeah.
Treasure!
Wait, are we doing a Feywild history?
I mean, I feel like
Or a history check on these people. As they
yeah.
have
I feel like the first nat 20 of the
The scribers get paid.
100%, yes, of course.
Oh, I get 100% of everything? Oh,
No,
wow.
no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
wow.
no, no,
That
no,
is
no, no,
so
no.
much.
Screamer.
Whatever you want.
Scribers
Screamers fucking
does-
first.
Scribers feels very responsible now for everything. That is so much money. Oh,
Scribers?
Oh no. Oh, excuse me. Scribers needs a moment. Scribers needs a moment.
Getting back into Tauntaun.
It's okay, Scribers. It's okay. You can do this. They all depend on you, but you have been preparing for this your entire life. You will take them away from the water. You will clean them. You will see them to victory. And then you will have the treasure, much like Dragon Hoard. Yes, Dragon Hoard. Then they will know. Vicious. A foe. As any in the land of dragons ever faced. At best, you might bargain with her. At worst, well, not much more to be said. The avatars of this land. Welcome back, everyone. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight we have...
Hi, I'm Kez, and I'm playing Beatrice Baxter, the intrepid reporter.
I'm Kaylin. I was not prepared to do this 3 times in one night.
Alright.
The fuck is my name? Jenny St. George, the massive bear of a woman who is a guard knight.
I'm Jed Blackthorn, the Metropolitan Tinker, not the Wilderness Tinker, so I've not done very well tonight.
And I'm Mo. In contrast to Ginny, I am playing Zagreus Bay Laurel, the teeny tiny punch all the things.
Okay. You guys have made it to the main floor of the Caulfield house here in the Strange Fields. Oh, it's a little on the nose, huh? So, I had just let you know that as your lanterns, Jenny's lantern pierces into the dark, it's almost as though the darkness swallows the light. Casting of it is there's a ankle-high snowdrift inside the interior of the building, and it should be repeated that the building, the outside, looked pristine. No damage to the roof or anything. Those lines. Once more, central stairwell with mahogany rails leads to the second floor and basement. Animal smell of decay and musk hangs in the chilly air. Silence. All encompassing. As the people that were outside begin to make their way over to join, you guys are entering this main floor. You guys have had a couple of looks at little, like, floor plan things and some descriptions, okay? So there are, as best you can guess, off of this main main vestibule, this main entranceway, right? There's probably 4-ish relatively large rooms here on this main. You suspect that the study that has the safe that you were directed to go to is probably on the second floor. That is about as far as you guys gotten.
While we go through, though, the first time we found a December totem, it was in he just had a 1-bedroom hovel house, so it was his bedroom and his kitchen and his everything. Because I remember it being near the wood burning stove.
He had a 2-bedroom.
2-bedroom. So it was
He
near
had a
the
2-floor.
Yeah.
He had a loft.
Okay, just make
The
sure.
kitchen was downstairs. He had a stove heater in his like bedroom upstairs. It was a bedroom overhang.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is where you had found the totem originally.
Good. I will be looking near any heaters, but as we head upstairs, I will check bedrooms as well. But any heating source, she'll be looking for a box, a chest, anything that could be hiding a small evil in it.
Okay.
Well, Ginny, we know that there was supposedly a wall safe. Would it be in there?
It depends on if the grandfather or whoever hid the will did this in the first place. But this feels like possibly the Mad Brother. Yes, Zag.
Any footprints in the snow inside?
I'm gonna flip you a notice check, Zag.
Snotus.
That is a 3.
Beat me to
I
it.
can't see shit. That's a 7.
Snotus.
We ain't found shit.
I don't have very good Snotus skills.
Let's see. No. You don't see footprints. It's very difficult to see much of anything in here at this point.
Darkness on darkness with a side of darkness.
There's no windows and one door.
We're gonna find ourselves in that kind of room, Jed. Don't tempt fate.
God. Let's just look for this damn wall safe and focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
For
So
a
you
minute there,
guys-
Caitlin, I thought you were putting on literal mittens, and I was gonna be like, listen, your theming is going a little far over there.
My hands are very cold, but I can't just sit on them because I'm push to talk right now. So I fingerless writing gloves, but these ones, because they're red, are A Christmas Carol. So I'm a wuss. Carry on.
Doesn't help that her station is
Adorable.
directly under the like strongest air vent in the house.
I've closed it. I just have sensory issues, okay? And I'm cold, and then my fingers don't react with the touch screens, and I just...
Okay. So, you guys begin making your way up to the second floor.
Yep, as quick as I can to get this the hell out of here.
Okay. I'm going to flip you all notice checks as you guys
No stopping. Do not pass go. Do not look at extra things. Let's go.
as you guys are going. So,
The speed run Resident Evil style.
Beatrice, you got a 13, a king.
Total 14.
Total 14. Jenny, 10 of tomes.
For notice, that's a total 13.
Okay. Jed, 3.
Notice is one of those cunning skills, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
It's that cunning bullshit.
0. Jed, when you start hitting zeros, man, I'm gonna have to start making you fall. And like
I'm
slide down. You're running up a staircase with a notice of 0. Like I'm not sure
Yeah, I'm
you
cool
see
with
the stairs.
I can say from personal experience, that's how you break your nose.
Yeah.
That's how you break your nose.
Hey man, this game's all about playing to your faults. This is my biggest fault.
Yeah. Zagreus, a 11.
It's a 15.
Total of 15. Okay. So everybody except for Jed, who obviously does not succeed. As you guys are making your way up the stairs, you do notice something very particular along the handrails and the walls. You discover numerous signs of violence, but not even new or recent, century old violence. Marred wood, paint that has been clawed, both along the paintings in the walls, flakes of blood, and just before heading up the stairs over the windows, broken the windows have been boarded. All of it looks like someone or something tried to claw its way out.
Interesting.
Jed, you make it to the top of the stairs while the rest of your friends are noticing the signs of violence. There are 5 bedrooms up here. Yes, there are 5 bedrooms up here. You have been directed that the one at the farthest hallway on the right is Roderick's study. It's on the mansion's southern end. Is his study is very large, so the study is actually separate from the 5 bedrooms, and it's almost like it's not the whole wing, but like a good chunk of it by itself.
It's a solid, like it's
Yeah.
the what you can see, think of like the library and suite and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, he's making a beeline. He doesn't want to be here.
Okay. Are the rest of you keeping up with Jed, or are you doing anything else?
Yes, or he will die tripping over his own feet. Of course I am. I got you. Look at Steve behind and look at. I've got to keep up with that idiot.
Sure, trying.
Okay. You
That's
guys
the only
go
one who's gone
scrambling.
down in this party twice. Yes.
Go scrambling up the stairs after Jed. The extravagant study contains massive bookshelves and well-preserved furniture, much of which is generations old. Leather chairs and a table dominate the room. A large fireplace is filled with ashes, fresh logs, kindling stacked earth. Out of place, a modern miner's lamp sits on the roll-top desk. The room is neat disarray, relatively free of frost, as if recently rifled through. Journals, business ledgers, and papers lay scattered, mixed books.
So if I'm gonna draw my pistol.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Sparky do the same. I'm gonna make my way to the wall safe, or try to find the wall safe.
Okay. About this time, the rest of the group is coming in and seeing the room. It has been completely tossed, and there are books and entire shelves have been swept clean. You see Jed over by pulling this hinged painting that slides out of the way of this grim-faced old man. Older, it seems, and of an older style. You believe this to be progenitor of the Caulfield Manor. Believe may even have a name on it. Mr. Caulfield. Which I reserve the right to change when I find out later I was wrong.
Nestor sounds great.
Cool.
Nestor is his middle name. It's fine.
Yeah.
He goes by Nestor, but
yeah,
it's not his Christian name. You put in the combination skillfully, even as your fingers are freezing and frostbitten, and it does open easily, as though it had been opened recently. Contents have been emptied.
He slams the door. God. Hey guys, did you believe it? Not a damn thing in there.
So, he said he was
Did
digging.
you check it for a false back?
No.
Here, let me. She's just gonna attempt to pull it out of the wall.
You can make an athletics check to try to pull
I
it out of the
will.
wall. Okay.
I would love to, thank you.
This
Really,
is going to
really,
be like
really
a
want this to
DC
succeed.
16.
Okay.
9.
13. Damn.
I'm going to say it budges. Yeah.
Hey! Oh, let's do it again!
You keep trying, but it's not going to
Okay,
move. You search it. The safe is solid. It is solidly in the wall. And there is no false back. I am happy to tell you that. I wanted you to have the wild moment of ripping a safe out of the wall too.
I wanted it so bad.
Awesome.
But that's very tough. So
I'm so close though.
you guys can launch into a ongoing challenge to search through this room, or you guys are welcome to move on and go to other rooms or elsewhere in the house if you would like.
Let's see if
Beatrice
anything
is-
else has clearly been taken also, because if he looked like he was prospecting, he may have been trying to bury important things.
It's difficult to tell at a glance because everything is everywhere. So, like more information on the room, it's the ongoing challenge. I will go ahead and tell you, it is 30 minutes is the duration per round. Target number is 9. 6 successes versus 3 critical failures for a catastrophic failure. Skills, bureaucracy, literacy, notice.
Okay.
I guess I'll do notice then.
Are you guys? Do you want to do this or do you want to do something else?
I would like to go diving into the pile of papers, please.
Yeah, no, that feels important.
Okay. No, I'm just trying to ask, not trying to insist you guys do something. I'm just giving you as much information as I can. Okay. All right. So, what skills are we gonna roll with, Beatrice?
I'm gonna roll with literacy.
Literacy. Ginny said notice. Jed.
Is bureaucracy is a charm, is it not?
I believe bureaucracy is cunning.
Cunning.
Nope, not that one.
'Cause I had to do that
Literacy
last
is intellect.
We're gonna use literacy.
Okay. Zagreus.
I'm gonna add a plus to notice.
Okay. So, got it. All right. So, Beatrice, you were flipping bureaucracy?
Literacy.
Oh, so we've
Plus
got
with the plus.
2 literacies and 2 notice. Okay. So the fastest you guys can do this is an hour. Excuse me, an hour and a half. Okay. We'll at least do the first one, and then you guys can tell me if you want to split up. So, the first one is a 2, is the higher.
Gosh darn it. I'm gonna cheat it to a 3 just so it's not too catastrophic, and that would give me a total 9.
A 9 is a success.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, what was our goal?
9. 9 is the target number. And
Thank you.
that's the full deck. Reshuffle, draw a card.
Thank you. For fuck's sake. The fact that you made us wait. Ah! Fuck. I'm drawing only low cards.
All right. For my noticers. 10.
Thank God. Plus 3, 13.
Okay. So that is 2 successes. First 30 minutes goes by. You guys begin to dig through the documents. There is a number of journals, but one of them, well, we'll see. All right. Probably studies documents. At the end of each duration, for each success achieved, the fated learn one discovery from the list below.
Ooh, a discovery.
Yes.
I
Okay.
like discovering things.
So, discoveries in the study. You already discovered the wall safe, which I don't know why that's a discovery. You guys knew about it to begin with, but I guess they expected me to throw you immediately into the document search as soon as you started. So, congrats, you got that one for free.
Woo!
Go. You find Harris Caulfield's journal. This document is the investigation of the Caulfield curse. In addition to Harris's rambling intentions to atone for his family's sins, the journal contains necromantic psychobabble and arcane musings, usually referencing various spirits associated with winter. The phrase "eyes of ice" appears repeatedly throughout. Recent entries detail being trapped inside the manor by some supernatural force. Its final entry reads, "I descend in their lair. Why they haven't, they won't. Do they recognize? Shall use that against them. Matters not if I return, only if I erase. Stealing you right there. What I have done, I've done. Must end. I'll bury these and a receipt for several boxes of blasting material stuck between the pages as Harris's signature. Dated. Jed.
Can I? This might be completely irrelevant, and tell me if it's going off kilter a little bit. Can I use my explosive skill to see what he was making with the receipt?
Yeah, I can tell you it's some form. It's probably enough like TNT bomb to blow this place up.
Okay.
Yep.
But he didn't blow the place up yet, and it's been 2 weeks since anyone has seen him.
Yep.
So somebody found him first.
Yeah.
You also find Roderick's business ledgers. These tomes outline the family's wealth and revenue since 1897. Several income entries are underlined and simply marked Nestor's Legacy.
Ooh.
All right, so that is what you guys have found so far. Continue investigating. Okay.
Yeah.
For my first two, highest is a 13.
And that would give me a 19 if I'm still going with literacy.
That is good. And over on the other side, highest is a 10.
+3.
+4.
Nice.
+4.
14.
Nicely done. Okay. 2 more pieces. And since you both hit a margin, I'll give you a third one for free.
Oh.
So nice.
Yeah. I'll give you a third one for free. That way, we'll hit the breakthrough. Great. I don't see any reason to continue pushing you to spend time doing it.
Kind Dungeon Master. Gentle, sweet, forgiving God.
Nestor's financial ledgers.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nestor's the grandfather. I gotta look that up. These document the Caulfield family's acquisitions and interests up to 1797. There are several land titles for lucrative mining sites in the entries indicate large sums of scrip were spent on expanding smugglers' tunnels beneath Caulfield Manor. Next thing you find is a collection of Nestor Caulfield's journals. These well-worn books record his family history, dated from 1788 to 1797. Fill the pages with descriptive entries and watercolor sketches, ranging from his favorite pastimes to xenophobic thoughts on the Northerners. He discusses acts of brutality and mass murder with the same propriety as dinner parties, games of cricket. Final Journal reveals Nestor's rapid descent into madness. He continually refers to Winter's voice and the gnawing hunger consuming it. Wife and children. His final entry from the winter of 1797 that the first breach was closed. It's in my head. It tells me what I must do, how to end, how to survive its storm. At least the cold bite lost its sting. Shall go down tunnels. Shall survive this conflict. Shall. December calls, and we shall follow. Bonus success. Find Roderick Caulfield's personal. This outlines his return to Caulfield Manor, 1897. Yes, all right, I was right. Nestor is the progenitor. Roger's the granddad, I believe. It discusses his discovery of the quote-unquote ancestors' tunnels below. Those icy blue. The entries grow erratic as he devolves into lunacy cannibalism, ranting about Song of Blessed's heart. He intends to revive the Caulfield bloodline, as well as bringing his favorite granddaughter, Erwin, to the, quote, family mansion. And your breakthrough. Harris's journal reveals how he has taken Roderick's last will and testament so he can protect Erwin from their grandfather's madness. If he descended into the smuggler's tunnels beneath the house, it's likely still with him. Similarly, Roderick's journal details how he discovered family secret beneath the house. He provided his ancestors living tributes. Was resurrecting Caulfield legacy. He frequently refers to Blessed's heart as being the source of the family's power. It's contained within the family shrine below the house. He intended to bring Erwin to it, so she would become the family's dark. This information. Know what you must do.
Jed taps Jenny on the side and goes, "See, I told you, basement."
And with that, we are going to end tonight's adventure.
Set it on fire!
Burn it to the ground!
Blow it up!
Punch it to death!
So,
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for sticking through both of our breaks, not our usual schedule. You guys are absolutely wonderful. We love hanging out with you. So, Malifaux should be back next week, but tomorrow night, if you are interested in PvP or have questions about it, you're just curious to see what's going on, come and check it out. We're going to do a talk back about that. Friday night, we do some video games, and then we've got other things happening throughout the weekend. Follow us on the socials to know all about that stuff. We're going to say goodnight, and we will see you guys next time. But until then, cool.